Rise and shine, morning, good morning. It's true. I'm making this video because a lot of you guys have been asking me how I make my videos. And I did make a tutorial video many years ago, just talking about how I record, what equipment I use, etc., etc. But that was a really long time ago. So I'm making this video now to update you and keep you in the loop and let you know exactly what I'm doing to make my videos. I'm going to be very specific and very thorough and basically let you guys know all the information about all the equipment I use. So stay tuned to the end of this video to learn how I make my content. Alright, so to start things off, my camera. So the camera that I'm using right now is my iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now I use my iPhone 13 Pro Max for basically all of my videos. I've been using this for probably the last 2 years or more, probably 3 years, since 2021. Yeah, so about 3 years now. Most of my videos are filmed, if not all of my videos are filmed on this phone. Now you don't need an iPhone 13 Pro Max to get really good quality, but I do find that having an iPhone specifically for social media content is really helpful. iPhones just tend to work really well with social media, but if you don't have an iPhone, you don't need one. There's still other great options out there. I know a lot of Samsung cameras, especially the new Samsungs, the cameras are amazing and the video cameras are amazing, but if you do have an iPhone, you can use that. I'm just using the selfie mode right now on cinematic mode. Most of the times I just use the selfie camera. I don't even use the back camera, but yeah, so that's my camera, guys. iPhone 13 Pro Max selfie camera on cinematic mode. And just to add, the phone that I'm using right now to record my audio is a Google Pixel 6 Pro. I love Pixels. You can see the little Google, I think you can see, there you go. You can see the little Google logo right there. But I love Google Pixel. I love phones. If you know me, I'm an iPhone and Android person. Like, I love phones. I collect phones. It's a problem. But my top 2 favorite phones in the world are iPhone and Google Pixel. And I find that sometimes, especially as people who are making content on social media, it's always great to have one of each. If obviously you're able to, because phones are expensive. But if you're able to have, like an iPhone and then a second phone, even if it's 2 iPhones or 1 iPhone, 1 Android, I find that's just like very helpful. And you can use both phones with content creation. Like, for example, right now, I'm able to use this to record the audio and use my iPhone for the video, or I can use this for like some pictures, use the iPhone for the video. Like, it's always great to kind of just have 2 devices or 2 different cameras so that you can be more creative with your content. Okay, let's talk about my microphone. So the microphone that I use is a Shure 98H beta clip-on saxophone microphone. Now this microphone is not just a saxophone mic. A lot of horn players use this. Even when I was studying at Berklee College of Music in Boston and I performed at the BPC, which is like the Berklee Performance Center, they have a lot of like top of the notch equipment there. And when I was performing, this is actually the same exact microphone that they had me use on stage there. So when I purchased it, I was like, okay, yeah, I know this is like legit because it's a really good brand. But I'm gonna just show you what it looks like here and make sure it focuses. It says Shure. My mic is so dusty. Shure 98 or Shure Beta 98H. So that's my mic, guys, and it's very short. In fact, this microphone has broken multiple times on me, but my dad was able to fix it. Thank you, Daddy. He studied, like, I don't even know what to call it, guys. I'm really not that well informed about like technology and sound systems and all of that fun stuff. So sorry if my terms sound very basic, but yeah, he studied like a lot of this stuff, and he literally like clipped the cable and like put the wires back together, and it was a whole like experiment, a whole surgery, but he fixed it and it's been hanging on strong. I remember I saved up to purchase that a few years ago, probably around 2021 as well. So I've had that for about 3 years. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention about my microphone, I'm recording this at the end, but I'll stitch it right next to where I was talking about the microphone in this video. Now, the Shure 98H beta microphone does need phantom power to work. If you don't know what phantom power is, it's basically just, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just a certain type of power that is needed in order for the microphone to work. And if you have an audio interface or a mixer, you have to make sure that the 48V is turned on on the audio interface or mixer for the microphone to work. Now the PreSonus Audio Box i2 that I showed you, or I don't know if I showed you yet, but it does have phantom power on there. You just have to toggle on the 48V and then the microphone can work. If your audio interface or your mixer board or whatever you're using does not have phantom power, it will not power this microphone. So I just want to make that very clear, just in case if you're thinking of purchasing it, just make sure that you are aware that it needs phantom power to work. The next thing is my audio interface. So when you're recording, you're going to need an audio interface. An audio interface is basically just a device that you use to, how to explain it? It's a device that you use to connect to your computer so that you can connect your microphone into it and record. And my audio interface that I use is called a PreSonus Audio Box i2. So this is what it looks like. And it has 2 inputs on it. That's what it looks like on the sides, just in case you want to get the same exact version. Let me show you the back of it here. Now, I got this audio interface when I was studying at Berkeley. Berkeley has like a mandatory rule for their students to own a MacBook and to also have an audio interface so that we can complete different assignments and recording assignments, just depending on your major. But this is what they had given me. Obviously, it wasn't for free. It was included in the tuition that I still have to pay back. Yay, student loans, gang, gang. But yes, that's the audio interface they gave me, and that is the audio interface that I've been using for a very long time, probably since 2019. All right, so the next item is my MacBook. So I record all of my songs on my MacBook. I don't remember the year of this MacBook or anything like that, but this is my baby. Turn it around and show you. It's the one that has the touchpad. Oops. It has the touchpad right here. It was the one that basically came out in the year of 2019. So whatever MacBook that is the MacBook I have, MacBook Pro. And on this MacBook, I record all of my songs. I basically do everything music-wise on this guy right here. Okay, so let's talk about recording. What do I use to record? Now, I use Logic Pro. Guys. I remember when I really wanted to use Logic so badly because I had been using GarageBand for a very long time. GarageBand and Logic are very similar, but I found that Logic has had more options for editing, more reverb options and echo options and that kind of thing. So I remember I saved up to buy this. There was a student deal where it was you can get Logic and Final Cut Pro and some other applications in a bundle. So I saved up and I purchased that. So that is what I used to get Logic, and ever since I've been using Logic, I haven't turned back. Logic is very simple and easy to use. Let me just show you guys my screen here. So this is what a typical Logic session looks like for me. Now, I did create a template on here that I guess I'll have to go into in another video, where I basically preset the effects for my saxophone, and I open up this template every single time I want to record, so that I just record the sax, and the sax has all of the effects that I wanted to have on there. I will have to go into another video, but to put things quick and simple and short, let me just tell you some of the Logic Pro names of the effects that I use on my saxophone so that you can use them if you want to. The first thing I use is Silver Verb. So it's a reverb effect, and it's literally called Silver Verb, SILVERVERB. So I use that on my saxophone all the time in all my videos. That's the reverb that I use from Logic. The second thing I use is I put on the echo. I usually make it very subtle though, depending on the song. Slower songs, I might mix it a different way versus a faster song. But I do add on a little bit of echo on there. And then I do sometimes put on the pitch corrector as well. Now, I don't make it so it sounds like it's auto-tuned, but I do sometimes add the pitch correction on there so that it's just a little bit subtle and so that my saxophone stays in tune. All right, so those are basically all the tools that I use to make my videos. I kid you not. Let me actually also mention, for editing my videos, I do all the editing on my phone. So I do all the editing on the iPhone Pro Max that I'm using here to record the video with. I use an app called InShot. It is free. There's some features on there that, in order to get them, you have to pay a little bit, like a subscription, monthly subscription or something like that. I do have the monthly subscription so that I can have access to all those features. But for a very long time, I did use the free version, and it still gets the job done. So if you have an iPhone or an Android, you have access to this application. You can go to the Play Store or the App Store and you can download it. It's called InShot. All right, if you get that, I promise you it's a lifesaver, and I use that for every single one of my videos. Even like my music videos that I've put out there, a lot of times I use that. Now, I used to edit my videos on Final Cut Pro on my MacBook, but then I found that it was just a lot quicker and easier to just do everything on my phone. I already have the video recorded on my phone, so I just put everything in InShot, transfer the audio file from my laptop to my phone, and then just put everything together, and boom, boom, boom. And it's like easy squeezy. Not easy squeezy, easy peasy lemon squeezy. But yeah, guys, that's all my equipment. Thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for my future video. Much love always. Bye.